How to be silently attractive. 12 socially attractive habits. Listening not just to respond, but to truly understand, makes a conversation feel different. It's like talking to someone who's completely focused on you, making you feel seen and heard. This kind of presence can leave a lasting impression, creating a sense of warmth and genuineness that's irresistibly attractive. But how do we cultivate this presence in a world that constantly vies for our attention? It starts with mindfulness, the practice of being aware of our thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without judgment. By becoming more mindful, we can catch ourselves when our minds start to wander and gently bring our focus back to the present. It's a skill that, like any other, improves with practice and patience. Moreover, Stoicism encourages us to appreciate the beauty of the present moment, to see it as a gift. Every interaction, no matter how brief, is an opportunity to connect, to learn, and to grow. When we approach our interactions with this mindset, we not only enrich our own lives, but also touch the lives of those around us in profound ways. But being present also means being vulnerable, allowing ourselves to be seen and to see others without the shields we often put up. It's about dropping the facade and connecting on a human level, recognizing that at our core, we all seek understanding and connection. This vulnerability, though it may seem daunting, is incredibly powerful. It breaks down barriers and builds trust, laying the foundation for deeper, more meaningful relationships. It's a reminder that sometimes less is more. This concept, deeply rooted in the wisdom of Stoicism, teaches us the value of restraint and the power of keeping some things close to our chest. It's not about deceit or secrecy, but about the deliberate choice of what we reveal about ourselves, and when this selective sharing creates an allure that draws people in, eager to learn more about the person behind the curtain. Stoicism, with its emphasis on inner reflection and personal growth, encourages us to focus on developing our character rather than seeking external validation. This philosophy aligns perfectly with cultivating a sense of mystery. By not laying all our cards on the table, we invite others to engage more deeply, to look beyond the surface. It's a subtle invitation to explore, a signal that there's more to us than meets the eye. This doesn't mean playing games or constructing a facade, but rather allowing our complexity and depth to unfold naturally. Over time, imagine the difference between a book that gives away the plot in the first few pages and one that weaves a tale you can't put down, revealing its secrets layer by layer. Which one captivates you more? The same principle applies to personal interactions. A touch of mystery can transform a conversation from a mere exchange of information into an intriguing discovery. It makes each interaction with us a chapter in a story that others are eager to continue, creating a magnetic pull towards the depth of our character. But how do we strike the right balance? It begins with mindfulness about what we share and the intention behind it. It's about sharing with purpose, not out of an impulse to fill the silence or because we feel pressured by the oversharing culture. It requires self-control, a virtue extolled by Stoicism, to navigate the fine line between being open and maintaining a touch of mystery. It's also about valuing the quality of our connections over the quantity, understanding that deep relationships are built on a foundation of mutual discovery and respect for each other's depth. Furthermore, embracing a touch of mystery reflects a respect for our own inner world. It acknowledges that some thoughts, experiences, and dreams are so precious that they gain in value when not freely given away. This selective sharing is not about withholding, but about cherishing. It makes the eventual sharing all the more meaningful because it's offered, not demanded. In practicing this Stoic approach to mystery, we also learn to listen more. By being less eager to fill the space with our own stories, we open ourselves to hear others, to truly engage with their essence. This creates a reciprocal dynamic, a dance of give and take that enriches both sides of the conversation. It fosters a genuine curiosity and connection that can be deeply satisfying. This isn't just about knowing facts or being able to name capitals. It's about understanding the soul of different cultures, appreciating their traditions, their struggles, and their joys. It's a journey of expanding our horizons, guided by the Stoic pursuit of knowledge and the virtue of wisdom, to cultivate a global mindset that celebrates diversity and fosters empathy. Stoicism teaches us the importance of developing an understanding that goes beyond our immediate experiences. It encourages us to look outward, to learn from the world around us, and to see the common humanity in all people. In cultivating cultural wisdom, we're stepping into the shoes of others, exploring the rich tapestry of human culture. And in doing so, we're not only broadening our own perspectives, but also breaking down the barriers that often divide us. Imagine the depth and richness that cultural wisdom adds to our conversations and interactions. When we can share a story from a different culture, when we can express understanding or even a few words in another language, we're building bridges. We're showing respect for the experiences of others and signaling that we value diversity, not as an abstract concept, but as a lived reality. This doesn't require us to be world travelers or to have an encyclopedic knowledge of every culture. Rather, it's about cultivating curiosity, an open mind, and a genuine interest in learning from the world's myriad ways of life. Moreover, Stoicism's emphasis on self-improvement and personal growth aligns perfectly with the pursuit of cultural wisdom. By exposing ourselves to different world views and philosophies, we're not just collecting information. We're challenging our assumptions, confronting our biases, and growing in empathy. We're engaging in a form of self-education that shapes us into more well-rounded, compassionate individuals capable of engaging with the world in a more meaningful way. But how do we cultivate this cultural wisdom? It starts with small intentional steps. Reading books from authors around the world, watching films that offer a window into different lives, engaging with art and music from diverse cultures. It's about seeking out conversations that broaden our understanding and push us out of our comfort zones. Every cultural encounter, every piece of knowledge gained, adds a layer to our understanding, enriching our perspective and enhancing our ability to connect with others. This isn't just about feeling sorry for someone. It's about truly understanding their experiences, their joys, their struggles, and connecting with them on a deep emotional level. Compassion is the bridge that links our hearts, allowing us to see beyond our differences and recognize the shared humanity that binds us all. And in the rich tapestry of Stoicism, compassion holds a special place, reflecting the philosophy's core principles of empathy, community, and the interconnectedness of all beings. Stoicism teaches us the value of recognizing our common bonds, urging us to extend our concern beyond our immediate circle to the wider community and the world at large. It's a call to action, encouraging us not only to feel deeply, but also to act on those feelings in a meaningful way. When we approach others with compassion, we're doing more than just offering sympathy. We're offering a part of ourselves, our time, our attention, and our support. This act of giving, of stepping outside ourselves to alleviate the burdens of another, is one of the most magnetic and attractive qualities a person can possess. It draws people to us, creating a warmth and depth in our relationships that is impossible to fabricate. But compassion isn't always easy. It requires us to confront our own discomfort, to sit with the pain of others without rushing to offer quick fixes or platitudes. It asks us to listen deeply, to understand before seeking to be understood. This level of engagement can be challenging, but it's also incredibly rewarding. By opening our hearts to the experiences of others, we not only help to lighten their load, but also enrich our own lives, gaining insights and perspectives that we might otherwise have missed. Moreover, compassion fosters a sense of belonging and community in a world that can often feel isolating and divided. Acts of compassion remind us that we are not alone, that we're part of something larger than ourselves. This sense of connection is what many of us crave at a fundamental level, and it's what makes compassion such a powerful tool for building relationships. When we show genuine concern for the well-being of others, we're laying the foundation for deep, lasting bonds that transcend the superficialities of everyday interaction. Practicing compassion also requires a certain degree of vulnerability. It means opening ourselves up to the possibility of being affected by the suffering of others, of feeling their pain as if it were our own. This vulnerability might seem daunting, but it's also a strength. It demonstrates a level of emotional openness and authenticity that is rare and precious. It shows that we're willing to put aside our ego, to connect with others in a way that is raw and real. This authenticity is drawing others to us in a way that surface-level interactions never could. It's often said that laughter is the best medicine, and while it may not cure all ailments, it certainly has the power to transform the atmosphere of a room and the mood of its inhabitants. Laughter, with its infectious nature and ability to lighten even the heaviest of hearts, holds a special kind of magic. At first glance, Stoicism and laughter might seem like unlikely companions. Yet Stoicism at its core is about living a good life, finding joy in the present moment, in connecting deeply with others, goals that laughter directly facilitates. The Stoics understood the value of joy and the importance of not taking life too seriously all the time. They knew that laughter could be a powerful tool for resilience, a way to face the absurdity and challenges of life with a lighter heart. In this shared laughter, we find common ground, a reminder that despite our differences, we all share the capacity for joy. Laughter also embodies the Stoic principle of focusing on the present. In a moment of genuine laughter, we're fully engaged in the here and now, free from worries about the past or anxiety about the future. It's a form of mindfulness, a way of fully appreciating the present moment and the joy it can hold. When we laugh, we're not just enjoying a temporary escape from life's difficulties. We're practicing a form of Stoic acceptance, acknowledging that while we cannot control everything that happens to us, we can choose to embrace life's lighter moments with open arms. Moreover, laughter is a powerful connector. It breaks down barriers and builds bridges. In shared moments of humor, we find ourselves more open, more connected, and more human. This aligns with the Stoic emphasis on community and the interconnectedness of all people. By laughing together, we're reminded of our shared humanity, of the common experiences and emotions that bind us. But how do we cultivate more laughter in our lives? It starts with not taking ourselves too seriously. It's about being open to the absurdity of life, finding humor in our mistakes, and learning to laugh at ourselves. This doesn't mean ignoring the seriousness of certain situations or dismissing the real challenges we face. Instead, it's about balancing our perspective, recognizing that joy and sorrow are both integral parts of the human experience. It's about seeking out and creating opportunities for joy, whether through engaging with light-hearted content, spending time with people who make us laugh, or simply practicing the art of seeing the humor in everyday situations. In a world that often pushes us to prioritize everything and everyone above ourselves, there's a quiet yet radical act of rebellion that can profoundly transform our lives. Self-care goes far beyond the occasional spa day or indulging in treats. It's about making a deliberate effort to look after our physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Stoicism teaches us the importance of self-mastery and understanding what is within our control. Caring for oneself in this light is not an act of selfishness, but an exercise in recognizing our responsibility to maintain our own well-being. The Stoics believed in the value of the self and the significance of ensuring that we are at our best. Why? Because it is only from a place of strength and well-being that we can effectively contribute to the world around us, live in accordance with our values, and fulfill our duties to others. Self-care, from a Stoic perspective, is about showing respect for the gift of life and the body and mind that carry us through it. It's about acknowledging that our capacity to think, feel, and act according to our principles is inherently linked to how well we look after ourselves. This form of self-respect is the foundation upon which we build our interactions with the world. When we value ourselves enough to prioritize our health and happiness, we're better equipped to face life's challenges with resilience and wisdom. But self-care in the Stoic sense isn't just about physical health. It's also about cultivating a healthy mind and emotional resilience. It involves practicing mindfulness, engaging in reflective thought, and seeking out activities that enrich us intellectually and spiritually. This holistic approach to self-care ensures that we're not just physically fit, but also emotionally and mentally prepared to engage with the complexities of life in a meaningful way. Moreover, practicing self-care is an act of self-compassion. It's about recognizing our own worth and treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a friend in need. This self-compassion is a powerful antidote to the self-critical voice that often holds us back. It allows us to embrace our imperfections, knowing that they do not diminish our value as human beings in a world that often demands more of us than we can give. Self-care is a radical act of self-preservation. It's about setting boundaries, saying no when we need to, and prioritizing our own well-being above or else. This isn't selfishness, it's survival. When we neglect ourselves in favor of others, we ultimately diminish our ability to show up fully in the world. Self-care, then, is not just a luxury, it's a necessity. In conclusion, the Stoic philosophy offers us a timeless wisdom that is as relevant today as it was in ancient times. Its principles of mindfulness, vulnerability, compassion, laughter, and self-care provide a roadmap for living a life of purpose, meaning, and fulfillment. By embracing these principles, we can cultivate deeper connections with others, find joy in the present moment, and build a foundation of resilience that allows us to face life's challenges with grace and wisdom. Stoicism teaches us that true strength lies not in the absence of vulnerability, but in the willingness to embrace it. It invites us to live authentically, to show up fully in the world, and to find meaning and purpose in every moment.